The richest people in the world and the wealthiest men in the United States of America are topics that are frequently discussed. Surprisingly, we are not discussing a group of individuals who collectively possess more than $200 billion. I'm referring to the wealthiest American women. Who are these very affluent women then? Where did they get their enormous sums of money? And why are you only likely to have heard of two of them? We're going to look at the top 5 wealthiest women in the US once more in support of female bosses and boss ladies in the US. Welcome to Socialux. Our goal is to provide you with a dose of luxury travel, houses, cars, and stories of successful people so you can be inspired to live an abundant, beautiful, and successful life. We upload videos on a weekly basis. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and feel free to comment any questions you may have down below while I work. Enjoy. Number 5. Miriam Adelson, $31 billion. The richest Israeli and the 44th richest individual in the world comes in at number 5. If you've ever spent a gin-fueled weekend in Las Vegas playing the slots, hitting the tables, and making costly errors, Miriam is probably a little bit richer as a result due to her large investment in Las Vegas sands. She practiced medicine for a period of time before founding a research clinic and substance treatment center in 1993. It turns out that her career as a doctor wasn't the highly lucrative one that made her the 5th richest woman in the US. Ariel Oshern, a fellow doctor with whom she had 2 children. After divorcing him in the 1980s, she later met and wed the late millionaire Sheldon Adelson. Their marriage was strong enough to propel her to the top of the luxury charts not once, but twice. He was one of the wealthiest persons in America at the time of his passing, and had a net worth of $36.4 billion. He left his wife Miriam more than half of his $48 billion gambling empire when he passed away at the age of 87. She currently holds 56% of the stock of Las Vegas Sands. Number 4. Jacqueline Mars, $33.3 billion. Mars Incorporated. Some of the most well-known chocolates you automatically buy at the grocery are produced by this $40 billion confectionery firm, such as Mars, Snickers, Twix, M&M's, and Skittles. They also produce pet food, offer animal care services, and probably prepare pet food for all the dogs who inadvertently eat their chocolates. Cornering the market, ladies and gentlemen, is what it is called. So who is Jacqueline Mars really? She's an American investor and the heiress to Mars, the largest confectionery company in the world. Her grandpa, Frank C. Mars, founded the Mars firm in 1911, and she eventually started working there. Prior to 2001, Jacqueline spent over 20 years working for the business as the food group president. She then served on the board until 2016. Mars has practically filled every delicious aisle of the grocery store under her direction with its large selection of well-liked goods. Combos, crackers, Dolmio pasta sauce, Orbit gum, Uncle Ben's rice, and things people really shouldn't eat, including pedigree pet food, were all created by Mars. Number 3. Julia Koch, $53 billion. The 24th richest billionaire in the world is up next, a descendant of one of America's wealthiest families and the widow of the late David Koch. Julia, with their 3 children, David Jr., Mary Julia, and John Mark, received 42% of Koch Industries upon David Koch's passing in 2019. Prior to his passing, David Koch was the 7th richest person in the world. Additionally, he was worth $53.5 billion. Julia was consequently propelled into the top 10 richest women in the world ranking. She presently holds a seat on the board of directors of Koch Industries, the second largest company in America by revenue and the sixth largest in the entire globe. With $115 billion in annual sales, even Koch Industries doesn't merely drill for oil to make all that money. They have so many subsidiaries and enterprises that they pretty much do everything now, with purchases like the 22.5 billion purchase of Georgia Pacific, one of the biggest producers and distributors of paper in the world, which sells goods under brands like Brawny and Vanity Fair, and the 7.4 billion purchase of Molex, a producer of electrical components. Number 2, Mackenzie Scott, $62.2 billion. The 28th richest billionaire in the world is up next. Formerly known as Mackenzie Bezos, Mackenzie Scott. In case you're wondering where you had seen that face before, Mackenzie has had an intriguing life despite being famous for either becoming married to Jeff Bezos, who was once the world's richest person, or more likely for getting divorced from him. Jeff Bezos wed Mackenzie Scott in 1993. Both of them relocated to Seattle and founded Amazon. She was one of Amazon's original workers and had a significant role in the company's development and early years. She worked on the business plan, accounts, and handling early orders for the company. She even arranged the first freight contract for the business. Overall, she was a really good worker. And that $35 billion salary came a few decades too late. In relation to that, they were married from 1993 to 2019. Bezos ceded 25% of his Amazon stake, or around 4% of the company, to Mackenzie as part of the divorce settlement. Number 1, Alice Walton, $66.4 billion. She belongs to the wealthiest family in America and is the 19th richest person in the world by total wealth. In 1962, Alice Walton's father started Walmart with nearly $540 billion in annual revenue. It became the largest firm in the world over the years. Being the heiress of Walmart's founder may be extremely wealthy as you might expect. In actuality, the Walton family as a whole is worth quite a bit, $169.7 billion worth of quite a lot. There are over 10,500 Walmart stores in 27 different countries throughout the world. Each week, the company serves about 220 million customers and employs nearly 2.2 million employees. And Alice Walton owns and controls a sizable portion of the retail empire. Alice has consistently declined the temptation to work for Walmart like her brothers, opting to follow her passions instead. She has experience working as a broker, money manager, and equity analyst at various prominent financial organizations. She was the president, chairwoman, and CEO of the investment bank she created. And that's all for today's video. Who knew you can really chase your dreams when you have a lot of money? These are the richest women in the United States. So, how many of them did you already know? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoy everything luxurious, check out our other videos. And if you like it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Until our next video. See you then.